Justin Shamsharania, free agent Rui Hachimura, has agreed to a 2-year, $28 million deal to sign with the Los Angeles Clippers.
No.
You sure it wasn't Manchester?
14 a year? 14 a year. I'm shocked that it's that low.
I was kind of surprised that that's the number. Yeah.
Breaking news on ESPN LA presented
What'd they sign Sandro for?
More.
Is that the Mamu guy?
Yeah.
Okay, let me look it up.
Breaking news on ESPN LA presented by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for locations and coupons near you.
I actually really thought you were about to tell us that maybe Rui's coming back to the Lakers because they needed the body and they need what he brings to the table. And as we were talking about a lack of big men now because you got Kessler, but you've let Jackson Hayes walk to Utah. You got rid of DeAndre Ayton to Washington. I actually really thought you were about to tell us that Rui was coming back to the Lakers. Wow, to the Clippers.
Wow.
Jeez.
I'm surprised by that. I'm surprised
that
that
San Antonio.
Yeah, well, I think San Antonio. Who did they sign recently? I'd have to look it up, but they signed someone within their cap space, I believe, over the weekend. So that might have changed the math too for him. So,
wow, the Clippers. Rui going to the Clippers. Well, Rui, it was nice knowing you. We'll never hear
Tobias
from you
Harris?
it was Tobias Harris. Yes, they went with a more kind of veteran. I would have rather had Rui than Tobias Harris at this stage of his career. I know Tobias had a great run with Detroit last year, and he was he was pretty good for them in the playoffs, I would say. I just worry if they squeeze the last out of Tobias Harris.
Let me ask you one other quick question here. We go into these off seasons and we go into free agency, and everybody's getting paid. You know, Austin Reeves goes from being a $14 million a year player to a $42 million a year player. Wasn't Rui getting paid by the Lakers in the neighborhood of like $17 million?
Yes.
And so, like, you don't really hear that often of guys that you look at as players that are still on the upswing taking pay cuts. That's kind of odd to me.
Yeah, he made $18.259 million last year.
Okay, so 18 and change, and he's going to get 28 for 2 years.
Right.
So $14 million a year on average. And does he have to opt into year two or any?
The previous average was 17 under the Lakers.
Yeah. So Rui, of all people, Rui's probably standing around going, "Damn, dude! Like the way I shot 3-pointers in the playoffs, and I'm taking a pay cut to go across the street to the freaking Clippers." Kawhi still on the Clippers?
It's all about that cap space, Cappy.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, Isaiah Hartenstein, he took a pay cut.
What was his pay cut?
He did take a small a haircut. Yes, he did. I'd have to look it up, but he was making
a couple mil.
Yeah.
So Shams also says that the sides for Hachimura waited for the Lakers to complete their offseason business to pursue a sign-in trade, but the Lakers didn't cooperate on an agreement.
But the Rui thing, that's interesting. And the fact that, Shams added that context, right, where they thought they were going to do a sign-in trade, and then the Lakers like, nah.
We don't really need to do that.
Well, I'm just wondering if there's anyone on the Clippers roster they could have used.
Well, could they even again, you'll have to explain. I got to call Bobby Marks. I'm going to need a little update on this one. Could you sign a guy to a contract, $28 million over 2 years, and then trade him?
Well, the Lakers are already hard-capped because of the sign-in trade to Walker Kessler to the first apron.
So that's why I'm questioning.
So that's why they couldn't
do
it once they did the Walker Kessler trade. I'm guessing, if I'm, again, this is just me speculating here. I'm guessing once they did the sign-in trade with Walker Kessler, they could no longer sign and trade with Hachimura because of the way the finances work.
Because they can't take on the $28 million.
Correct, because they're hard capped at the first apron. Right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, hey, Rui, it was a nice couple of years, man. I enjoyed
listen, I thought he played very well for the Lakers.
I have no issue with Rui, and if you would have told me that the Lakers were bringing Rui back, I'd be like, you know what?
I'd
He's
be
a
happy.
Contributor. Yep,
yeah.
He's a contributor. I like him. He's not a pain in the ass to anybody. He doesn't argue about his role. He goes out there and plays. When he was not playing, when there were times where coach decided he wasn't getting as many minutes, you never heard the guy, never a peep from the guy. Total professionalism. And then when it came to the postseason and you really needed 3-point shots to go down, Rui Hachimura, listen, I'm not sure everybody understood the percentage that he shot, but George,
nearly 52%. He is the highest by percentage, not by volume. He's the highest percentage in NBA playoff history.
Pretty impressive. Pretty darn impressive.
Yeah.
And, again, the unfortunate part for Rui is, hey, Rui, not likely you're going to see you play ever again. Not likely to hear much about what you got going on. Because when you go over to the Clippers, you kind of disappear. It's kind of like playing for the Angels. You know what I'm saying?
Do you
Although,
think
go ahead.
do you think he gets booed because he's a Clipper?
No, I don't think you boo Rui. I mean, I guess the Clipper thing changes the dynamic. I would not boo Rui.
You mean when
I
the
wouldn't
Lakers
either.
play the Clippers, you're asking if Laker fans are going to boo Rui?
Because he went to the Clippers. Only it's not because of Rui himself. Like, when you go to sporting events, you go to Charger or like Rams games, and there's a Clipper there, they boo them or they don't cheer. Think they'll do that to Rui?
I think Rui was well liked as
He was.
a Laker, and I don't think anybody's looking at Rui going, you know what he did is he went across town to take the money. This is not Juan Soto leaving the Yankees to go to the lesser organization to get more money. This is actually Rui in some weird way. Tell me if you guys think this is right. He doesn't really have very many options right now.
Right. It dried up on him. Right.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't go and get big money to go to the Clippers and go, screw the Lakers, I'm going to the Clippers. He was like, wait a second. The varsity team doesn't want me anymore, so now the JV team's all I've got left? And that's what happened here. That is really, well, you talk about agents. I'd be talking to my agent going, bro, wait, I'm going from $18 million a year playing for the Lakers with Luka, and now I'm playing for $14 million with the Clippers, where there is no Kawhi Leonard, which is fine because he wouldn't have played anyway. But seriously, what is that?
Clippers have an
it's a
interesting
big
young
pay cut.
roster. I don't know how good they'll be, but they have an interesting young roster.
That just